The current economic environment is triggering a lot of uncertainty in people. I was at a conference last week, and one of the speakers was talking about how both consumer sentiment as well as business owner sentiment are near all-time lows. And given all the concerns about inflation and about money supply and about recession, all those things being existent today, it's no surprise that that creates a lot of uncertainty for individuals and for business owners. What I encourage us all to do in a time like this is to maintain focus on a long-term strategic goal. When you start a company and you're building your company and good times come, bad times come, you stay committed to the business. You don't log in online and hit the sell button and make an emotional decision based on a bad week or a bad month. But it's very easy to allow short-term environmental factors to impact your emotions, to impact your decisions. And remember that what has made you successful as an individual or what's made you successful as a business owner is staying committed to a long-term outcome and not allowing those short-term situations to allow you to make irrational decisions or to necessarily change your plan being unwarranted. So my guidance to you is to revisit what your long-term goal is and look at the current situation, but take one step back to say, is this really a situation that changes my long-term path? And if so, make the necessary change. But if it really doesn't, stay committed to that goal and stay focused on your end game. One of the concepts I speak about in my book is having 3 liquidity buckets for short-term liquidity, intermediate-term liquidity, and then long-term investments. And times like this economically is a critical time where those liquidity buckets really make a big impact. And knowing what you need for short-term operating capital and then knowing what you need for intermediate opportunity or reserve capital is really important, because it's times like this where it could make a lot of sense to reinvest back in your business or put that intermediate term capital to work. It could also make a lot of sense to maintain that reserve in case you get a tough economic time. So revisiting your liquidity buckets and evaluating your path for that could be really important in a time like this. If you haven't seen any information on liquidity buckets from my book or from one of our webinars or workshops, feel free to check out the link below. Happy to share more information about upcoming education around those topics.